sanctificetur nomen tuum, adveniat regnum tuum, fiat voluntas tua, sicut in cielo et in terra. Panem nostrum quotidianum da nobis hodie, et dimite nobis debita nostra, sicut et nos dimittimus debitoribus nostris, et ne nos inducas in tentationem, sed libera nos a malo.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Restore Christendom.
Good evening. Sunday, November 2nd, 2025. Welcome.
Is that what it is?
Yes, that's the date for today. All day.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's check. Hey, how'd that happen?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I should pull this up and get our
Pull up the
chat
chat.
open. Yeah.
Hello, anybody who's here.
Yeah, give me a second to get the chat opened.
I was just looking at the Rumble feed, and I didn't see anybody in there yet.
Okay, it is going on here, so let me
Good
open this.
evening, Mr. Shouts. Hello. Happy Sunday to you as well.
Oh, hey, that's not where that's supposed to be. Let's put that over there. Okay. Okay, we're open. We're going. Everything's
Yeah.
working.
We've got counters, and we see the chat now.
Yes, so if you post in the chat now, I will be aware of it.
Yes.
Sorry about that. I completely forgot about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, today is All Souls Day.
Yes.
The solemnity falls on a Sunday, so it replaces the whatever Sunday in ordinary time.
Mm-hmm.
Or that's how it's supposed to be, but I don't remember them doing this in the past.
I don't either.
I remember they did do it for Candlemas,
Mm-hmm.
but it's a little different because it's Candlemas.
Right.
Yeah, even one of the priests there, one of the masses we went to, said it's odd that we don't normally do it this way, even though it's the way it's supposed to be done.
Right.
Yeah, there was a few weird things about mass today. At both places. I don't say weird, just a pattern I'm noticing.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm noticing things.
Yeah.
Things are being noticed.
Do you want to talk about that before? Or no?
No. I think maybe we'll do that after the mass readings.
Okay.
We
did do our normal go to 2 masses. We did not make it down to Springfield for a Latin mass, though. However,
no. Well, they do it's the first Sunday of the month, so they do a Latin Novus Ordo.
That too.
There's no need to drive all to Springfield to see a Latin Novus Ordo when I can go to Sacred Heart in Peoria and get a really good Novus Ordo in English.
Yeah.
It's basically similar, but in English.
Right.
And the more I see it, the less I like the Novus Ordo in Latin. It just feels forced and unnatural. It was never meant to be in Latin, so don't force it.
Yeah.
It'd be like forcing the traditional Mass in English. It was never meant to be said in English. You don't do it.
Yeah.
Or just in the vernacular. You know what I mean? The Latin Mass is never meant to be in the vernacular. It's always meant to be in Latin. You got to do it that way.
Yeah.
And the new Mass is always meant to be in the vernacular. So you can sprinkle some Latin. You can do the Gloria in Latin.
Mm-hmm.
You can sprinkle a little Latin in there. That's absolutely fine. But trying to do the whole Mass in Latin just seems so forced and fake.
Well, especially since it's different rubrics.
Yeah.
In both of them.
Yeah. No,
I mean, like they're pretty close. Pretty close. All the same major parts.
Some things, but they're not.
But,
also,
it's done differently.
Even the parts that are same though are different. Like the Confiteor, they changed the words.
Yeah.
That's one thing. I guess we'll talk about that a little bit. Remind me.
Okay.
To talk about how they've kind of replaced Saint John the Baptist with Saint Joseph in the post-conciliar church.
Oh, you're gonna.
Yeah, I'm going to touch on it. I don't know a whole lot of it in detail, but I do definitely want to touch on it because there are some things that are worth touching on.
Sure.
Like,
I don't know what big role either of them had previously. And not that I think that either of them have a huge role now. I don't.
well, dogmatically as a Catholic, you believe there are three perfect people.
Yeah.
There's three perfect people without original sin:
Right.
Jesus,
Yeah.
Mary, and John the Baptist.
Right.
They're the three. So those are the two highest saints.
Yep.
Essentially. But yet all we talk about is Mary and Joseph nowadays. Whereas in the in the pre-conciliar church, John the Baptist was mentioned a lot more as more than Joseph. I guess we're talking about it now. So, but yes, was mentioned a whole lot more than Joseph, because John the Baptist was thought to be holier.
But like, in what ways was he mentioned more?
Well, kind of like he's part of the Confiteor in the original, in the old rite.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I don't know all the details of it. I haven't looked too far into it. It's just something that somebody brought up, and I looked just surface level. It was like, oh yeah, cool, you're right. So they took John the Baptist out of a lot of these prayers and either replaced him with Joseph or not at all.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Okay.
I
haven't looked into it, and I don't know what it was like in the before time.
no, I hear you.
And what I see in the after time, I mean,
We can read the prayers of the before time, and you can see that they mention John the Baptist a lot, and rarely Saint Joseph. And you look in the after time, the time we live in the post conciliar church, and we almost never talk about John the Baptist, and we talk about Saint Joseph all the time in every mass.
yeah.
So,
Well, if you look at the
and I don't not saying that's a bad. I don't know why that is. I'm not saying that there's some malice intended there. It's just odd. Why did we do that? Especially since we dogmatically believe that Saint John the Baptist was clearly a higher. Either way.
Well, my take on it when I saw that floating around, what was that, last week? When I saw that floating around was obviously it's Mary and John who are the two sinless humans, right? Like, we all agree on that.
Right.
Jesus, obviously, but those two, and so like they have their own special place, and I don't think that giving Joseph acknowledgement takes away from John.
No, I agree
or
with you on that.
Mary.
But the fact that we stopped acknowledging John altogether.
Well, let me finish my thoughts. Is like it doesn't take away from that, but then also in a post-conciliar world, which is more important, the one to lead the way to tell the world about Jesus Christ, or to be the good, faithful servant who does the will of God for the greater good in the role of father, protector, provider.
I'm not saying that elevating St. Joseph is a bad thing by any means. I'm just saying don't do it at the cost of St. John the Baptist.
I mean, I don't know.
Well, it's a good thing you're a woman and you don't get to say anything.
Well, that's fine. I don't see, again, I don't know what it was like in the before time. Was it a statue of Mary on the left side of the altar and a statue of headless John on the right side? Is that what they took from us, or is it just the Confiteor and a couple of prayers?
I think it's a little more than one, a little less than the other, maybe.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know. I guess we'll have to look into it.
All right. Yeah.
I find it odd.
Oh. Maybe there's some layered meaning in it. It's just not. It's not like they're, bad mouthing him or taking away any of his saint points or any of that stuff,
No, you're just kind of largely forgetting about him altogether.
No.
Okay.
I don't think so. Maybe, I don't know. I think that that's also a hard one for other people to swallow, to wrap their heads around. Like, it's already a big enough thing for them to not bash Jesus's mother, right? Like, and now we're trying to ask the rest of them to wrap their heads around John being sinless as well.
So we'll screw up our whole liturgy and rearrange our church just so that Protestants feel better about it?
Wasn't that the whole point of Vatican II? Isn't that part
Does
of
it mean it's the proper thing
to
to do, though?
No.
Okay. Well, then quit acting like an idiot and be like, well, because that's what... Like, come on.
I'm not acting like an idiot. I'm just having conversation about it because neither of us know enough.
Okay.
It's just when you're looking at it, 70 years, hindsight. Like, what's the play here? What could have possibly have been their justifications for doing it?
I don't know, but the fruits of what they did are very
Well, the
telling.
fruits are a completely different thing as opposed to, like, you know what I mean?
Well,
Like, we have to see what it was before to understand the
okay.
lack of
Well, then
fruits.
go look and see what it was before.
Okay. I guess I'll do that this week.
Yeah. Anyway, are you done?
Sure.
All right. It's I guess we'll just get into the mass readings at this point.
Okay.
So you want to go ahead and read your theme?
Sure. All right. November 2nd, the commemoration of all the faithful departed, or All Souls Day. The theme: for faithful people, life is changed, not ended. Nothing is more sure than that all of us are born to die. We have to face death first quite often, when it strikes our beloved ones, and when finally we ourselves are involved. We have to leave everything behind us. We try not to think of it. Some consider death as an absurdity. Others learn to handle this reality as an integral part of our condition. Am I, who came into being and grew into a person through my relationship with other human beings, doomed to break for always the very ties that made me the person I am? Am I, who believe that God called me to live with him in sacred partnership, rewarded with mere nothingness the moment I breathe my last? We Christians are aware in faith that beyond death we will be with God. We are also aware that at the moment of death, we are not always the kind of persons we should be for all eternity. Hence, a process of purification follows death before we will share life with God, as promised. On this awareness, Christians base their ancient custom of praying for the deceased, that God may grant them the vision of his glory. All Souls Day is a special day of prayer for all our brothers and sisters who have gone ahead of us.
All right. So that's kind of the rundown of All Souls. The theme is what they say that is.
The theme.
The
Yes.
theme.
Yes.
Yeah, so we'll get into the first reading from Mass today, which is Wisdom 3:1-9.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, a reading from the Book of Wisdom. The souls of the just are in the hand of God, and no torment shall touch them. They seemed, in the view of the foolish, to be dead, and their passing away was sought an affliction, and their going forth from us, utter destruction. But they are in peace. For if before men, indeed, they be punished, yet is there hope for all immortality? Or is there hope full of immortality? Chastised a little, they shall be greatly blessed, because God tried them, and found them worthy of himself. As gold in the furnace, he proved them. As a sacrificial offering, he took them to himself. In the time of their visitation, they shall shine, and shall dart about as sparks through stubble. They shall judge nations and rule over peoples, and the Lord shall be their king forever. Those who trust in him shall understand truth, and the faithful shall abide with him in love, because grace and mercy are with his holy ones, and his care is with his elect. The word of the Lord.
Thanks be to God. All right.
And do the responsorial psalm.
Yep. From Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd, there is nothing I shall want. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. In verdant pastures he gives me repose. Beside restful waters he leads me. He refreshes my soul. The Lord is my shepherd, there is nothing I shall want. He guides me in right paths for his name's sake. Even though I walk in the dark valley, I fear no evil, for you are at my side, and with your rod and your staff that give me courage. The Lord is my shepherd, there is nothing I shall want. You spread the table before me in the sight of my foes. You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows. The Lord is my shepherd, there is nothing I shall want. Only goodness and kindness follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord for years to come. The Lord is my shepherd, there is nothing I shall want.
And so it looks like there's somebody new there, Mad Hatter. And yeah, Mass is just what we call church. So when Catholics go to church on Sunday, or we do church 7 days a week. But yes, it's Mass is just when we go to church.
Yeah, it's called our church services.
It's called Mass.
Yes. And yes, it's Tomily. That's
It is
the
Tomily.
official.
Don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
Always has been.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Tomily.
I got to adjust my chair. Hold on a second.
Uh,
There we go. A little better on the mic. All right. And then the second reading is 1 Corinthians 15:51-57. All right. A reading from the first letter of St. Paul to the Corinthians. Brothers and sisters, behold, I tell you a mystery. We shall not fall asleep, but we will all be changed. In an instant, in the blink of an eye, at the last trumpet. For the trumpet will sound, the dead will be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. For that which is corruptible must clothe itself with incorruptibility, and that which is mortal must clothe itself with immortality. And when this which is corruptible clothes itself with incorruptibility, and this which is mortal clothes itself with immortality, then the word that is written shall come about. Death is swallowed up in victory. Where, O death, is your victory? Where, O death, is your sting? The sting of death is sin, and the power of sin is the law. But thanks be to God who gives us the victory through our Lord Jesus Christ. The word of the Lord.
thanks be to God.
And then the gospel.
Which is John 6:37 through 40. And for the new guy. Before we read the gospel, we make a cross on our foreheads. That way
Keep the Lord in our mind, on our lips, and in our heart.
Yes. Jesus said to the crowds, "Everything that the Father gives me will come to me, and I will not reject anyone who comes to me, because I came down from heaven not to do my own will, but the will of the one who sent me. And this is the will of the one who sent me, that I should not lose any of what he gave me, but that I should raise it on the last day. For this is the will of my Father, that everyone who sees the Son and believes in him may have eternal life, and I shall raise him up on the last day." The gospel of the Lord.
Praise you, Lord Jesus Christ. All right. So those are the Mass readings.
Yes. And for All Souls Day, just extra credit, fun facts. There's actually 3. Is it 3 or 4?
There's 3 different Masses you can do. And then you can also, because All Souls Day is technically a funeral Mass, you can actually pick and choose different readings also into a completely separate liturgy than the 3 that are provided.
Yes.
And funny story. So, first church we went to this morning was St. Mary of Lourdes in Germantown Hills, just about 25 minutes north of us in the country. Small church in the country. And the priest there chose to do his own.
It was like a build your own
Mass with some of the different funeral readings and stuff you can do. It was a good Mass.
It was nice. I have no complaints about it.
No, and he was nice enough to print out stuff so everybody had, since he decided to build his own Mass. So when he got there in the morning, in the pews was cards that you could follow for the readings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it was nice enough for that. Most priests won't do that.
No.
They'll do some weird off the cuff thing, and
you
then
just got to roll with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just kind of out of the loop, not knowing what's going on.
Yeah, it was a very interesting little church. It's an older church. It's small, but was built in the late 1800s.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, for a small church, the 8 a.m. was standing room only.
Yeah,
it was full. I was shocked to see a little rural church out there like that full.
Yeah, and it wasn't like full of old people like I expected
No, it was very young.
8 a.m. Mass to be, But there was a bunch of young families there.
Yeah, and it was a very weird combination of a very traditional style church, but also a very Novus Ordo-y kind of church as well.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have the bell to start mass like you would see in a very traditional church, or even in most churches nowadays.
Yeah.
They didn't use any incense.
Nope.
But they didn't have a front-facing altar, and the whole mass was done ad orientem, like it were a traditional mass, like it's supposed to be done.
Yeah.
So very traditional in that right, but like the music and the whole atmosphere, the lack of incense, it wasn't what I would call a traditional. But again, it was done ad orientem and some other things. So it's just a very weird mix of modernist and tradition.
It was as traditional as you can be in a modernist era, like in a place that's probably not used to
Yeah,
those levels of tradition. Like that's
yeah,
probably the max of what he could get away with.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, he could probably get away with more when I look at the crowd that he has.
Yeah, I don't know,
But
and
also, I
maybe
don't
the
know how new he
930s.
is.
Yeah, we'd have to go see what. Yeah, I don't know how long he's been there, so I don't know what changes he's making already. He is making changes though, I can tell for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really curious to see how that develops. I don't think he has been there all that long, from what I heard today when he's talking about the people who got the ball rolling on the
Mhm.
renovation of the redo of the rectory and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it sounds like he's a fairly new placement.
yeah, yeah, but it was a decent mass. For Novus Ordo mass, it was okay. And then after that, we went to Sacred Heart in Peoria, which we talk about a lot.
One of our favorites.
One of our favorite, beautiful, beautiful old church. Father Bill, the priest there, is amazing. Does a good mass, very reverent always. Just the right amount of organ and chanting. You know what I mean? Like it's just everything about it's great. As far as Novus Ordos go, that's like one of my favorites.
Yeah.
So
Does a really good job.
yeah, but so another thing I've been noticing that I said I wanted to talk about.
Oh yes, you're
the
noticing.
noticings is I am noticing some things changing in Novus Ordo world right now.
Mm-hmm.
So like we said, we went to first of all, let me go back to about a month or so ago when the press brought up the traditional Latin Mass to Pope Leo. And Pope Leo was like, yeah, we're going to look into it. But you guys know you can say the Novus Ordo, the 2002 Missal, the Mass of Paul VI in Latin now if you want, and is reverent and ad orientem and all that. And yes, it is technically true. You can do that. But under the last Pope, Francis, he was really trying to put a stop to that.
Yeah,
he didn't want people kneeling to receive communion. He didn't want altar rails. He didn't want ad orientem. He was telling people you can't do it. You can't. He wanted the felt banners 1970s.
And then also there were
abomination of a Novus Ordo mass.
Yeah, there were additional comments as far as the kneeling for communion, like taking it on the hand is the way it's supposed to be done. So like there was a lot of stifling of the traditional.
Right. Yeah. Well, they're telling people
practices.
they're telling people that on the hand is the way it's supposed to be done. When everybody knows you're supposed to receive communion on the tongue, you don't ever touch the Eucharist. Everybody knows this.
Yeah.
It was an indult that was given because some bishops went overboard. And those bishops should have been put in place instead of issuing an indult. And then once the indult was issued, it became the norm across the world, around the world. It was exactly how they planned it to be.
Well, then it turns into if we're all doing it, they can't arrest us all.
Right.
It's like that's the mentality that ends up happening.
Yeah. Yeah. So instead of the Vatican slapping them down, they gave an indult, and then it just became the norm around the world. Yeah. But anyway, enough about that. So since that, I've noticed, the mass you went to today, I go to that church on Tuesday nights for Tuesday night mass. So 3 weeks ago now, I hadn't been there yet for Tuesday night mass, and I was like, well, let me just, they live stream it on YouTube, so I was like, well, let me watch it and see what kind of mass it is, see what these people are like. And 3 weeks ago, when I live streamed it, there was a front-facing altar like the Novus Ordo would have. They did have a high altar in the back, but he was doing it facing the people versus populum instead of ad orientem, and was using that front altar. And then 2 weeks. A week ago, because the 2 weeks ago I tried to go there for Tuesday mass, but they
retreat.
Yeah, they didn't have because they had the gathering of the priests in Peoria, whatever. So last week I go there for a Tuesday mass, and that front altar's gone. The front altar's gone. He's doing the whole mass ad orientem, even on a weekday mass. So, and I also noticed it. 2 weeks ago, he was wearing the Gothic chasuble, the vestments, which is the Novus Ordo vestments. And when I went to the mass 2 weeks after that, not only was the altar gone, but he was wearing the Roman chasuble, the old fiddleback, the one that's associated with the tradition in the Latin mass, and
Yeah.
the pre-conciliar, the pre-Vatican II vestments is what they are. So I thought that was funny. And then also I noticed when we went to Sacred Heart today, Father Bill, who normally does wear the Gothic Novus Ordo vestments, was also wearing the Roman chasuble,
Yeah.
the fiddleback. And 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago, when I went there by myself because you were taking Hadley to catechism classes, Father Bill was also wearing the Roman chasuble. So I've been seeing this guy wear the Gothic chasuble for years
Yeah.
or better, more than a year and a half, almost 2 years, and now all of a sudden, after the statement from the Pope, he's wearing his
Busting out his old stuff.
he's wearing his Roman chasuble.
Yeah.
And this guy today looked like he had some brand new Roman chasubles that he had purchased.
They did look pretty new.
Yeah, the one he wore on Tuesday and the green the one he wore today looked brand new, like it was the first time been worn.
Oh, okay.
Other thing that was odd today, for funeral masses, pre-Vatican II, the pre-conciliar church, it was always black vestments.
Mm-hmm.
Always black vestments. After Vatican II, they changed them to funeral masses to wear white or purple.
Mm-hmm.
Black was still technically an option, but nobody had worn a black vestment since Vatican II.
Right.
Every mass I saw, the two that we attended, plus a couple that I had looked at on TV on YouTube to see, because I had a thing. Everybody was wearing black vestments today.
Yeah.
And in fact, Father Bill
Mm-hmm.
at the Mass in Sacred Heart even made a comment right before his homily started. He goes, most of you guys, I'm sure, have never seen black vestments for. You probably have never even didn't even know it was a thing. And then he went on his little. It was the norm for all, because again, like I said, All Souls Day is just a funeral mass. So he's like, it was the norm for funeral masses and All Souls Day that you wore black vestments. Vatican II happened. Everybody switched to white and purple, but technically we can wear black, so I'm wearing black. And him and everybody else.
Him and everybody else chose black today.
So something weird's going on where I think they are trying to really do their best to get these Novus Ordos more reverent, to try to kind of squash some of the TLM chatter. It's not going to work. A reverent Novus Ordo is good, but it's still not it's still not the Mass of the Ages. It's still not the Tridentine Mass.
Yeah.
It's it's just not. It never will be. It's the Mass of the Ages. It's the Mass that has naturally developed from as far back as we can tell the 2nd century. Like you can't just replace that with something some guys wrote up in the 60s overnight.
No, you can't.
But if you have to, it doesn't bother me to see them going more reverent on the Novus Ordo. I'm happy to see the change in vestments from some priests.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy to see more people going ad orientem, instead of versus populum. It's all good things for the people in general, but I see what it is, and it's just them trying to, like, if we make this good enough, then we can finally just get away with it, just do away with the Latin Mass, Well, you can't.
No.
You can make it, if we're not going to get rid of the Novus Ordo, make it more reverent, sure, and the people that like it, go. But, at the end of the day, we need to make the Latin Mass more accessible to more people.
That is the end goal. That would be the ideal situation to happen. I did like the ad orientem at at Sacred Heart.
Yeah.
I thought that was.
Yeah, I really wish he would use too. So when Father Bill does it, he still uses the front altar, the people's altar, whatever you call it. He just faces away from people. I really wish he would use the high altar that's in the back there, like it's supposed to be used.
Yeah, that would be ideal, but
either way, he's doing ad orientem, and that's the best you can ask for.
Yeah.
Do you have any thoughts or anything from masses today?
No.
No, nothing you want to mention? You don't have any very strong opinions about anything? What do you think of the black vestments?
Oh, they were cool.
Yeah. Does it shock when you saw them?
I mean, I know that black's it's one of the colors. Like I assumed. I guess I never realized that I hadn't seen him before.
Right.
Or that it wasn't an uncommon, or that it's an uncommon thing. It's just one of those things where I'm like, yeah, dead people, black, obviously.
Yeah.
Like that was just my thought process. Again,
right,
I
yeah.
haven't watched a whole bunch of funeral masses. I don't know what
I just know the ones from Blessed Sacrament show up on our feet all the time, and they always wear white
I always wear
or
white.
purple.
Yeah.
Sometimes they were purple. Even Father Adam today, we didn't go to Blessed Sacrament, but I looked on the
Oh yeah, he
live
was
stream.
wearing white.
Yeah, I looked on the live stream just to see what color vestments he was wearing. He was wearing white.
Yeah.
But he did actually do the All Souls Day Mass, so I was happy when he did that.
That's good.
But yeah, the only other All Souls Day Mass we had been to before, honestly, was last year's, and we did that at Blessed Sacrament. So he wore white. It was, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't remember seeing on YouTube anybody wearing black last year. It was.
No, I think the only people I've ever seen in black for like a Catholic anything is that one. Is it in Spain where they do like in one of the processions?
Yeah.
That they all like it's all black.
Yes, where they got
everything.
the clan outfits on, but in black. Yes.
Wasn't gonna go that far, but everybody knew what I was talking about. But
Those
yeah,
are Catholic outfits. The clan stole them from us. We had them for 1,000 years. But yes.
Yeah. That's the only like thing that's coming to recent memory and seeing people in black vestments for stuff.
If you're having trouble at Rumble, we are on YouTube also.
Oh yeah, we are also on.
We're on YouTube and X as well.
Yeah.
I know Rumble can be a pain in the ass sometimes.
And it also, yeah, it's hit or miss. We've had a decent stretch for a while where it hasn't been a pain in the butt, but then every once in a while, yeah, it does sound strange that Francis didn't want all the beautiful options, the components of all the beautiful components of the mass celebration.
Yeah.
General consensus is that he didn't actually love the mass in the way that he should have.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk badly about a dead pope, but we all know.
Yeah, no,
we all know my feelings.
That's why I said the consensus is not my opinion,
Right.
not anything I'm saying. I'm just like that's if you were to ask around, the and it's not just him. It's like really any priest who doesn't practice the faith in the way that it should be. It's because like they don't love it in the way that they should.
Uh-oh. Okay, well, right now our internet is going down.
Oh, maybe it is us.
It wasn't earlier. Earlier we were running at full speed, but I think it is us now.
Sweet.
And at this point, I'm not going to nuke it and start a whole new feed.
Yeah.
So, so with that being said, I think we're probably just going to end here after we've done our readings.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because I don't want to keep talking into the abyss if it's garbage.
Yeah, well, and if it's just gonna glitch and buffer the whole time, then
yeah, it's saying we're doing good right now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's fine. Either way, yeah, lots of dropped frame rates.
We did what we came to do,
Yeah.
which was offer the mass readings.
Oh, also, if this isn't dry, hey, we're back. Okay, it's back right now. Yeah, I'm not gonna keep it too much longer because it seems to be screwy. But right now we're going good. One thing I will say is I didn't even really know was a thing. Before we went live, I was upstairs watching, and the parish of St. John Canius up in Chicago.
Oh yeah.
Where the canons regular of St. John Canius are out of, which they're the ones who staff the parish we go to in Springfield.
Mm-hmm.
But at their, yeah, it seems good now. I don't know. But yes, at their main church in Chicago tonight, they were doing the Mozart Requiem Mass, which is I didn't even know that was amazing. The mass with the with Mozart with Requiem on it. It was
pretty impressive.
It was super impressive.
It's pretty impressive. Yeah,
it was one of the more beautiful things I've ever seen, to be honest with you. A mass with the Mozart mass. It was. You can look it up. It's on YouTube. Canons Regular of St. John Canius Mozart Requiem Mass.
You could probably just type in Mozart Requiem Mass and it'll come up.
Yeah, but it was so beautiful. I highly recommend anybody check that out.
Yeah. Yeah, that was really pretty. They have the full orchestra going.
Yeah.
It's quite impressive.
Full orchestra, choir. It's yeah. Yeah, I don't even know how to describe it. You'd have to watch it. I highly recommend you check it out.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
At least scrub to like midway through and be like, "Oh, what's going on here?"
Nah, even the beginning, the whole, even the
Yeah.
procession in was everything. Everything was gorgeous. And they even had a bishop. I'm not sure who it was. I can't find out what bishop it was.
Couldn't suss out who it was, but
No, but there was a bishop.
I was hoping to get some context clues from the live chat or the comments, but those are disabled.
Yeah, and I was scouring the internet for what bishop was there. No information anywhere.
Nothing.
So he didn't sound American.
Mystery bishop.
Yeah. So anyway, guys, look, yeah, my signal here has been going crazy up and down. I got a million drop frames. So I honestly think we're just gonna call it tonight. We did the mass readings. We talked about mass. I know we normally do a little more, but it's not working out right now.
Not tonight.
I apologize, guys. Emily will be back tomorrow. Hopefully things will be working better tomorrow.
I don't know.
You'll be on Morning Crew tomorrow morning?
Yeah, I'll be here at 6:30 a.m. over on Morning Crew.
All right.
I think we might watch V for Vendetta. We might not. I don't know. It's up to you guys if you want to do that 2 years in a row. I'm down for it, but
Okay.
we'll see. We'll see.
2 years in a row? Would you do it last year after All Souls Day or something?
No, we watched V for Vendetta last year.
Oh.
Just because the 5th of November.
Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, yeah, Emily will be back tomorrow for Morning Crew and Friday.
Yeah.
And then I'll see you guys next Sunday.
Yep, next Sunday.
Unless we spontaneously plan something between now and then, but we probably won't.
Most likely aren't going to.
Yeah, most likely. So thanks for hanging out, guys. We really appreciate y'all being here. Like I said, technical difficulties are causing us to cut short tonight. Sorry. But we will see you next week. God bless everybody. Oh yeah, I don't even have my stuff pulled up yet.
That's okay. He can pull all that stuff up. Thanks for popping in. If this was your first time, come back and check us out. You know, we do this every Sunday. And feel free to go look at some of our back catalog. There's no shortage of content.
Yes. All right, guys, have a good one. We'll see you next week. God bless.
God bless you guys.
Pater noster, qui es in celis, sanctificetur nomen tuum, adveniat regnum tuum, fiat voluntas tua, sicut in cielo et in terra. Panem nostrum quotidianum da nobis hodie, et dimite nobis debita nostra, sicut et nos dimitimus debitoribus nostris, et ne nos inducas in tentatio,